you're going to need water. Earlier, when I was showing my bag, it has that hydration pack in it, but that's only a couple liters, and it's gonna go, pretty fast, especially if you're not really paying that much attention. So if you're out there for 3 days or hopefully not much longer, you're gonna need to be able to find a source of clean drinking water. Um, you can't drink just directly from a stream anymore because, aside from all the junk that people pour into the water nowadays, even if it's up in the mountains, you're going to have, dead animals and all kinds of stuff that are going to be uh, floating around upstream from you. And that stuff, will eventually wash down to where you're at and you can't see it, but it'll make you sick. So if you're lucky enough to be by a source of water, you need to get something. You can get the old iodine pills. They come in a little tincture bottle about that big from the big box stores, whatever. Those work just fine. Make the water taste a little bit like iodine. You can use the chlorine bleach. That will do it, but obviously you don't want to use too much of that, and it also tastes pretty bad. There's this stuff here. This will treat up to 10,000 gallons of water. This one little bottle will, and it's supposed to not make the water taste bad. Uh, just following the instructions. It's a type of chlorine, and if you uh, if you follow the instructions, it's supposed to make the water have no taste at all. So you're not worried about the being disgusted by what you're drinking either. Anyway, that's why I got that. But that's in a heavy survival situation. If you're going to be there for quite a while, then you'll have to gather buckets and treat it with something like that. But the easiest way to go in a survival situation is just something like this little guy. This is they call it a life straw. Um, they will last. Oh, I don't remember exactly, but it's a fairly long time. 1,000 gallons or something like that. It's supposed to be able to filter, and it's supposed to filter up to 99.9% of all pathogens and everything that is in those natural streams. So you basically just take the caps off and put this down into the water and drink through it like a regular straw. It's that easy. There's no boiling, no waiting, no none of that. You just drink right through it. You can find these just about anywhere. Big box stores, eBay, Amazon, they've all got these types of things. You might want to do a little research on the brands. Uh, some brands are supposed to be better than others, so you might do a little research and find you something like this life straw. This may seem a bit excessive. Um, you can get big, gigantic bulk batteries from eBay, Amazon. Those they sell, 50, 100 piece lots. These are all brand new. Uh, these particular ones have expiration dates of 2025, so they're going to be good for quite a while. Um, More than likely, I'm not going to go through that many batteries. I tend to like using rechargeable batteries myself, but in a pinch, it's always good to have a stock of batteries. Uh, I chose double A's and triple A's instead of the bigger ones because most electronics nowadays use these ones. In a pinch, you can always just take a little bit of wire and some electrical tape, and you can make larger cell batteries out of these. You can take three um, double A's and make a C, or four, and you can make a D size battery. And they just come in really handy. And worst case scenario, if you're out there and run across other people and they don't have batteries or good little bartering chips, because money is probably not going to be too much of an issue in a situation like that. So trading battery, people are going to want some batteries, so you might want to stock up on those too. That's just a suggestion. It's not really a necessity. The last thing that I want to talk about are tools. You're going to need to have tools, and they're going to be the heaviest things probably you're going to put in your bug out bag. So you got to think about weight and size and everything else. So nothing that I have bought is really expensive. I'm trying to do all this stuff on a pretty tight budget. So most of the stuff like this little guy's is under $20, and it may seem a little small, which, well, it doesn't seem small. It is small, but it's really well made. It's a super thick, high carbon steel blade, shovel blade. One end is a pretty sharp saw. The other side is a very sharp axe side. It's got a little bottle opener, of course. They always put those on there, but I haven't even seen a bottle that you need a bottle opener for in umpteen years, so I don't know what they're thinking. Anyway, they put it on there. The handle itself is aircraft grade aluminum, so it's really light. It's got a good, nice, grippy foam handle on there. It's got a functional compass, which I was real happy to see. A lot of times, little compasses they put in the end of things are just junk. They don't work at all. But this one actually works. So I was happy with that. The end screws off. It's got a little knife in here. From what I read, the knife is kind of junky, so I might just do away with that and use the inside as a watertight carrying case, because it's sealed on that end and it's got a good rubber washer on this end, and will keep out the moisture. So that's a good place to carry some stuff, and it's going to fit really nice into my backpack. No problems there. You're going to need a good survival knife. It's probably where most people spend the majority of their money, just because, I don't know, they think that that's what needs to be done. If you got a good survival knife, you can be Rambo, whatever you're thinking, but it doesn't have to be, a $200 K-bar or whatever you're thinking. Benchmade doesn't need to be real super high end. This little guy from Schrade, I think it's going to do the job very well. It's a one piece all the way solid through the tang, big, thick in the handle section, nice rubbery grip. It's got the finger hole in case you have to do something real delicate, that type of thing. It's a standard drop blade, so if you need to split wood, you're not going to have any problems hitting that thing on the top. It's made to last. It really is. So I'm happy with it, and it was, I don't know, 20, $30, something like that. That's all I paid for it. Came with the sheath, came with fire starter kit, and it came with a nice sharpener, all for that price. So you want to find something that works for you, that works in your budget, and that you're going to feel comfortable with it, possibly, hopefully saving your life. So there's all kinds of other little things that you can throw into these bags, but I just wanted to cover the basics of what I keep in mind and what I think everybody would at least need to have for about 72 hours or so. So I just want to go over all that stuff and show you what I hope you liked the video, And if you do, I'd really appreciate it if you would hit that like button and the subscribe button, because we're going to have a whole bunch of other stuff coming. Every time we decide that we need to figure something out, we're going to videotape it and try to cut it into a little video for you guys. And if you have any things that you're trying to figure out, you know, how to build something, how to make something, what's needed, any of those kind of questions, leave comments, and we'll try to get to it. That would be the funnest thing to do, is if you guys have problems, let us try to help you figure it out.